welcome to Gutter Trash episode 248, Hammett. My name is Eric.
I'm Jason.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Alright.
And you, sir?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're doing alright.
Yeah.
We're a couple of alright guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like chilly outside.
It is. It's awesome.
Oh, it's so cool.
It's going to go back up again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but we can enjoy this while we have it.
I am.
Yeah. I think for a couple of days, eh? It's going to be in the 50s?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Look, it goes up to 69 tomorrow and then in the 70s and 80s the rest of the week.
But I'm in the evening, though. I'm talking.
In the evening?
It'll be like 50s. That's awesome.
50s, 60s.
It's awesome.
Yeah, but I want it all the time, consistently.
60s is fine.
I want it at 60.
Right at
day.
60. Okay.
And then 40s in the night.
So when you're president of the world, you'll make that happen.
Yes.
I think it's perfect. I'm pretty excited.
Perfect.
It is.
If the sun is out, it is not perfect.
Oh,
Because the sun causes heat, and heat is bad.
the sun's great as long as it's not 90 degrees.
Mm-mm.
Well, I for one am
Strong 60.
so enjoying it.
Oh, because it's great today.
Yeah,
Today is great.
mm-hmm. It's pretty.
You'll get
It's very pretty.
no denial of that from me about today.
Right.
Today has been the weather-wise perfect.
Right. Hey, well, there you go. That's something. That is something.
Yeah.
It's the perfect day to watch a movie.
I did that.
Yeah.
And then you came over and I watched another one.
Oh, you watched another one earlier?
Yes.
What would you watch?
A waste of time.
A waste of time.
Unfortunately, it was not called that. It was under the title American Mary. But it should have just been called A Waste of Time.
American Mary. What's that?
It's a movie starring a bunch of Canadians.
Well, right off, that's kind of odd.
It is about a medical student who she can't afford to pay her bills, and so she is looking for a side job, and she decides to send her resume to a strip club.
They take resumes.
Apparently they don't. And that is where the big problems of this movie start.
Like they're upset that she bothered to send a resume?
No, if she hadn't have brought her resume, the rest of the movie wouldn't have happened, and thus the conflict wouldn't have been there.
Oh, okay. So it was like the MacGuffin or whatever.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
The catalyst.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She drops off her resume at this strip club. She is supposed to be auditioning for the strip club manager, and then suddenly they find out that one of their guys just got royally fucked up, and because she's a medical student, she can help, and they pay her $5,000 to prevent him from dying.
Oh, sweet.
And so she does that, and she goes back home, and then the next day she gets a phone call from a mysterious baby-voiced woman who wants to procure her services. And she found her because of the resume that she left at the strip club.
Ah, okay.
It turns out that she is into body modification. And she has a friend who wants to do some extreme body modification that a doctor wouldn't do for her normally.
Wow.
So she gets paid like $12,000 to perform this operation on this woman, which is that she wants to look like a human doll. So she has her nipples removed and her vagina sewn up.
Huh.
And then she basically decides that she makes a ton of money doing this, so she starts a business and drops out of medical school to do severe, extreme body mods.
See, you never can underestimate the value of a good resume.
Yep.
That's what the moral of that film was.
Yeah. And then somebody does something wrong to her, and so she exacts revenge, and then it's just a waste of time.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, don't watch it.
Yeah.
It's not awful in the way that I think you were thinking of, maybe, but it is just dull as fuck.
Really? Okay. For something that involves like strippers and body modification,
Right? Yeah.
you would think that would be a little more exciting.
Sure.
Right. Right.
Medical stuff and
Right.
unnecessary surgery and
Yeah.
revenge surgery.
Right.
Plays a big part of that
Revenge
movie.
surgery. Now,
Right,
there's the name that movie should go under.
But then I would be even more excited for it.
Right.
And then it would have been just an even
Wow,
bigger waste of time.
revenge surgery. I like that. That's a great. Or I could even be like a indie rock band or something.
Sure. Yeah.
I could open for Vampire Weekend.
Oh, I'm not seeing that movie then. Or that concert.
Oh, well, you're not a fan of Vampire Weekend.
Fucking no.
I know I've heard them, but if you played them and 3 other bands I've never heard for me, I couldn't tell you which one.
I'm going to guess it would be the shittiest one. It would be Vampire Weekend.
Okay.
The one that probably sounds the most like pretension.
See, I remember not hating it when I heard it, but I remember also not being like, I need to investigate further. Like
Right.
it was just like a complete indifference,
I heard a song, and that was it.
Oh. Well, maybe when Revenge Surgery puts out their...
If they're anything like Vampire Weekend, I'm not into it.
maybe they'll have a violin player, and they'll just go in a, even worse direction for you.
And I used to play violin.
Oh, really?
I am on the side. I am pro violin.
Really?
But not as far as pop music goes.
If you would have said, I played one of these 100 instruments, and you wrote 100 instruments down, and violin was on the list,
Yeah.
it probably would have been the last one I picked.
Really?
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
Like, this is
So
for
even
school.
even above clarinet?
I would have assumed, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. What about me strikes you as a potential clarinet
Oh,
player?
no, it's not the clarinet. It's the anti-violin. Like, I would have thought you would smash any violins that come within 3 feet of you.
I played violin, I played viola, and I played the string bass.
In
addition to electric bass and guitar.
See, no, I can see the string bass. And I can see
Sure,
all
it's
that.
a giant instrument of death.
Well, I mean, they just seems like a violin is so kind of pretentious-y that... I mean, I love violin music, but I mean, as far as like just a couple of moron dudes like us, it seems like...
I like classical music.
Right.
Yeah.
But
And that's what it's used for, classical music.
exactly. But everything one likes, that one doesn't try themselves. Like, I'd be surprised... I wouldn't be surprised that you like violin music, but
Okay.
I'm very surprised that you play violin music.
Oh, well, I don't play. I haven't played in 23 years.
Right. It just surprises me. I'm not like, there's no like judgment there.
No,
It just doesn't seem, it just doesn't seem like something that, some moron from Ohio would play.
Yeah, I used to play. I
That's
was in
cool.
the school's orchestra.
That's awesome.
I was in 6th grade through 7th grade, something like that.
No.
Actually, it was like 5th grade through 7th grade.
Hmm.
And, yeah.
That's awesome. You never know. We've known each other. We've talked for 1,000 hours on this show even, and that has never come up as weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
No. I need to hire a detective to find out all these different things about you.
Sure.
Maybe I could hire Dashiell Hammett.
Yeah, but that guy's a writer. He's not a detective.
But he was also kind of a detective in this film that we
Yeah,
watched.
He was. Yeah. So let me start off by saying I was very disappointed to learn this was not anything about Kirk Hammett.
That's why you agreed to it?
I agreed to it.
Yeah.
I even said so on because, as the listener may know, on the last episode, you picked a completely different movie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. I haven't listened to the thing that you changed.
I just added to the end of it that you had picked a movie that actually was not available.
Yeah.
And you had picked this other movie, Hammett, by Wim Wenders. And I was really looking forward to seeing this documentary / biopic about the Metallica guitarist Kirk Hammett. And that is not what this was.
It wasn't at all. I know, right? I was disappointed.
Just assumed, I guess, due to Wim Wenders' association with Bono, that he would have done this thing about Metallica, because, all musicians, popular musicians, hang out, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Same circles, some sort of Coke party where the, Bono and Kirk Hammett just happened to be.
And the drummer from Vampire Weekend.
Right,
and
yeah.
Surgery Disaster, or whatever it's called. Rape Surgery?
Revenge
Surgery. Rape Surgery. That would be a different kind of band. That would be like something on Relapse Records or something. But also conjures up, that's a very, it's an illustrative title for a band as well, but yeah, no, this, yeah, and also Kathleen informed me, because like I mentioned moments ago, we're just a couple of morons from Ohio. I guess it's Wim Wenders. It's not Wim Wenders.
Well, of course he's German.
Right, but so, and there's that.
Basically, what I'm saying is that she can shove that up her ass. We, from here on out, will be calling him Wim Wenders.
Okay, all right. It is. I like the name. It's cuter. Like Wim Wenders. That sounds so evil. Yeah. Wim Wenders. I want to hug that guy.
Yeah, although, maybe that fits him. Wim Wenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is our second Wim Wenders movie.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten. I kind of looked up to see what else he did, and I forgot he did Paris, Texas.
Yep.
Which we watched like 3 years ago. Something like that.
Well, yeah. And we did not enjoy.
I enjoyed a portion of it.
I guess. Yeah.
The movie was not.
We both walked away from it not liking it.
Right. I love Harry Dean Stanton, though. I could watch him do anything. No. I can watch him mow a lawn for 2 hours.
Didn't he do that in that movie? Mow a lawn for 2 hours?
No, his brother rode a lawnmower for an hour and a half. Really close. Straight story you're referring to. Yeah.
So yeah, I did a little investigating, much like a Dashiell Hammett.
Oh yeah.
Into this movie.
Were you sipping whiskey the whole time?
I wish I was.
Yeah, I know, right? Doesn't it seem like detective work would be so much more fun if you're half drunk all the time?
That is actually an observation I did want to make in this movie. Is that everywhere he goes, no matter who he talks to, they're just at their job or doing whatever, and they're just smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
On the job.
Yeah, even the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I go to my office and just have a bottle of bourbon in my desk and just take a couple shots every hour or so?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
And when did America lose its purity?
Right.
When have we stopped?
Right.
When have we stopped drinking? I mean, as soon as they get home, I know, everyone's drinking as soon as they get home.
Right. Yeah, but even on Mad Men, which took place in the '60s, people are drinking on the job.
Right.
What do I do at my job that is going to affect anyone if I'm just a little tipsy?
Yeah. 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 If anything, you'd be more relaxed and more,
Yeah, I wouldn't
focused.
Be on edge on the guy who sighs behind me all day.
Right. Yeah. See? You would take the edge off. You wouldn't even care. You would offer that guy a drink, and maybe he wouldn't sigh.
I wouldn't offer that guy a drink.
But if he would stop sighing, you wouldn't offer that guy a drink?
I wouldn't offer that guy a drink.
Oh, wow.
Offering somebody a drink is a sign of friendship. I don't want to be friends with that guy.
Maybe you could give him the last of your bottle and be like
I would throw the bottle away.
Well, whatever. Seems like it was for everyone's benefit if he stopped sighing, though.
I don't care about him stopping to sigh. I care about me caring about him stopping sighing.
Yeah. So as long as you're tipsy, you're fine.
As long as I'm tipsy, I probably would stop caring.
Right, okay. Well, that makes sense. Right. Makes sense.
And again, I say, if you offer someone a drink, that is a sign of camaraderie and friendship, and I don't want to extend that to him.
But I have seen in some movies, they're like, pour yourself a drink, and the guy has a drink, and then they shoot him.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's because the person assumes.
Like, oh, he's a friend.
Right. And so he takes that drink, and then he gets double-crossed.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Right.
Then you can push him out of the window.
Oh.
You guys are on, like, the 5th floor, aren't you?
Third.
Well, that's high enough to kill a guy.
Yeah, severely injured.
Yeah, right. Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
So, I'm sorry, you said you did some detective work.
Yes. So this movie is directed by Wim Wenders. But apparently this movie, only about 30% of the footage that he shot exists in this movie.
Allegedly. I read the same thing.
Okay. Allegedly.
There's no hardcore proof. No one knows.
Right. But allegedly, most of the movie was apparently, perhaps maybe, possibly, directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
Most likely.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets an executive producer credit.
Right.
But apparently, yeah. Apparently there was some
tension.
Some tension. Like somebody quit. One of the actors quit in the middle of the set, even though some of his footage is in the movie, I guess. Yeah. But I couldn't tell. Seemed pretty seamless to me.
There was a couple things I could tell.
Really?
A couple of just weird shots that I don't normally associate with Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, okay.
There were a couple of scenes where I think I even looked at you where it looked like it was just taking place all on like green screen footage.
Okay.
You know, like just pieces of the movie just didn't even fit together, but it was all like on at the same time.
All right.
You know, and just a handful of things, and I just assumed the weird stuff was all from Wim Wenders.
Right.
He seems like he's a weirdish, a veered director.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to play that game when I'd see like there's an awesome shot where Dashiell Hammett's character is like walking down the San Francisco street,
yeah,
and you can see like an actual awesome background, and like the street scene, and it just looked amazing. I was like, I bet that was Coppola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. But you never know. I don't know Wim Wenders' stuff very well. I've only seen this in Paris, Texas. So.
I've seen this, Paris, Texas, and that movie with
Critters.
No, it was $1 Million Hotel with Mel Gibson and
okay.
Jeremy Davies and Mila Jovovich and Tim Roth.
Gosh, I don't know this one.
And I think it's produced by Bono, which is
okay.
Bono connection.
I guess he's still making movies too.
I guess, I don't know.
I think there was one. I looked him up on IMDb, and there's one in production for next year. But which surprised me. I assumed he was dead.
No, he's still around.
Wow.
This was technically his first movie.
Really?
Yeah. Or his first American movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I can say that I actively dislike his direction.
Really?
And I would hope to never see another movie by him.
Oh. So you did not like this one?
It was okay. I didn't hate it.
Yeah, I thought it was decent.
It had a lot of good moments, but for the most part, it was kind of just slow.
Right.
Yeah, just
there's a lot of good characters, though.
there's some good characters. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't hate this movie. I didn't even dislike this movie. I just didn't enjoy all of it.
Right. I thought it was good. Like I think I liked it a little more than you did, but I didn't think it was amazing or anything. It just seemed like it was a good homage to noir movies, which I'm sure that's what it was trying to do.
Yeah. In like a color scale, a gray scale, if you will,
mm-hmm.
where black would be I hated this movie, and white would be where I loved this movie. This falls on like I'd say 40% black,
okay,
or like gray,
Okay.
So closer to the white end of the spectrum.
Gotcha.
But
yeah,
I was bored too many times in the movie
to love it. For being an hour and 40 minutes long.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was like just enough of a noir, like tip of the hat to noir that, I didn't expect anything different.
Right.
But it did sort of have, he's a writer thing, and there was like he's always trying to write and get a script back, and I liked that. Like I thought that was a cool element to it. But yeah, it just kind of falls into that classic noir thing, where there's a mystery and there's a girl and there's drinking and I don't know. It was cool, but it wasn't anything mind blowing.
No.
Jack Nance was awesome. Mr. What's his name? Shoot, I can't remember his name.
In the movie?
Yeah,
Harry Salt.
Salt, yeah. He had the bow tie.
Yeah. He's pretty much the reason you picked this movie.
Well, he's not the reason I picked this movie.
But you have a list of movies, and every single one of them is because Jack Nance is in them.
I have three. And he's been in like 40 movies, so... I looked up Jack Nance on IMDb because I was like, I want to see some more Jack Nance stuff, and I read the descriptions of most of them, and most of them I was just like, whatever. But yeah, this one sounded cool. This sounded like something that I would pick anyway. And honestly, I swear, I honestly forgot Jack Nance was in it until his name appeared on the credits screen.
Sure.
Because after reading the description of the movie, I was like, oh, that sounds cool, and I forgot that Jack Nance was even in it.
Right.
But yeah, no, I love Jack Nance. He was great in this movie, I thought.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, he's so I don't know. He's got a weirdness to him, like
this
everything he does.
Pretty much the first thing that I could say that I know that he was in.
Right.
That I saw.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't, say one way or the other what I thought about him.
Right.
Because
he was good in this.
He was fine in this. He was okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
He's also barely in it.
Yeah. He plays like a major piece of the puzzle in the movie, but he's not got a ton of screen time. So.
He's not the villain per se, but he is a tool of the villain.
Right. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Although to say villain in this movie is weird.
Right. It's not like
It's all corrupt.
Yeah, exactly.
Rich people and pornography and but all in like the 20s, 30s.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'd say 30s.
Yes.
30s seems safe.
Right.
Yeah.
And even the main character, he's not the best guy.
Oh no.
He's following a 12-year-old hooker around for like 10 minutes.
You don't get some.
Yeah. So creepy.
Well, that's unfair.
And that was creepy.
She was creepy.
She was creepy, and he was following her.
Well, he was following her because she was leading him to an escape from his imprisonment.
Yeah.
He really wasn't trying to go get some.
I hope not.
Just because I said out loud in the middle of the movie as that was happening, get some.
Maybe that's what creeped me out.
So basically, as a joke, I said something, and then that just
ruined the film.
It implanted in your brain, and
that's why I don't go to the movies anymore. I saw you over there lighting up your phone. You were looking on your phone. You were talking in the film.
I was looking up stuff about this movie.
Well, maybe that's what those guys are doing in the theater. They're like, oh, I'm curious. Wonder what else Tom Hanks has been in.
Yeah, I'm in my home.
I'm just kidding.
I'm in my home.
No, that joke didn't ruin anything for me. It did sort of make
on my phone. Did
no. It just made me think
I'm in my home.
It made me think like maybe he is a little creepy. Maybe he's like partly following her because she might help him escape, and partly because he's like creepy.
Nah, I don't think he's creepy. I think he's a little bit of a lech. But, he's a 1930s manly man.
Right,
He's just kissing dames and
drinking whiskey.
And smoking and shooting people.
And even his upholstery is somehow masculine,
right.
According to the dames that end up in his house. Like, ooh, there's such testosterone in your apartment. Even this chair.
He's got a filthy sink that he just puts his hat on.
Right.
It's just he is just being testosterone incarnate.
That's right.
He's got that mustache.
Oh, it's a nice mustache.
Why can't I just have a mustache?
You go for it.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, I think you can.
I don't think I can.
If you do it, I will. We'll be the mustache. Actually, I was thinking about getting rid of my beard after Halloween, because I might use it as part of my costume. I'm not sure.
What the fuck are you... What?
No,
what?
But after that,
What?
it might be part of my costume.
What costume?
I don't know yet. I don't want to get rid of it and then be like, oh, I need a beard for this costume. I'm a pirate. I need a beard, you know.
What?
I don't know. So, maybe after Halloween I might get rid of it.
You are a 36-year-old unemployed man living with your mom.
Exactly.
Don't make plans for Halloween costumes.
Oh, you're saying I have more important things to do? I don't think so. Oh, should I be packing a bowl instead? Is that what I should be doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh. So, yeah. And the doctor in this movie, wasn't he awesome?
You mean the coroner?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, he was some sort of doctor. He called him the doctor.
No.
But yeah, the guy with the 13 kids.
He was great.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites.
That, for me, was when the movie actually started kind of picking up for me.
Right.
Like, up to that point, I was just like, I'm not enjoying myself at all.
Right.
But, and I mean, it did come around the part where Hammett is becoming a detective, you know, and he's on the job. And so, like, yeah, it really started picking up for me. And then him being, like, one of the first interactions of that transformation was awesome.
Yeah, because, okay, was he, so basically he used to be a detective, right? A Pinkerton detective or something?
Yeah, I guess that's what they're saying.
And then he stopped to become a writer of detective stories, like cheap pulp detective stories.
Penny Dreadfuls.
And so, yeah, he kind of gets roped back into sort of being a detective for his buddy.
Peter Boyle.
Peter Boyle, yeah. He's great.
Peter Boyle is always awesome.
Yeah. I love young Peter Boyle, too.
Huh? Yeah.
When he's young.
Yeah.
Ish.
Youngish. He was about 50 when this movie was made. That's one of the things I was checking on my phone. Because the character disappears, and Hammett's is like going around asking if people have seen him, and he describes him as like 50-ish.
Right.
And I was like, nah, he wasn't 50 at that point in time, right? And so I looked him up, and this movie was made in 82. Well, it came out in 82.
Right.
He was actually like pretty close to 50. He was
Yeah.
like 48 when this movie was out.
Did you think he was younger?
I thought he was younger,
Yeah. Yeah, he looks a little younger in this.
But then the main character, Hammett, at the end of the movie, he says something about being 34 years old and whatever. He was pretty much the same age as Peter Boyle.
Right, yeah, he doesn't look 34. He had like gray hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that actor's name? Frederick something?
Frederick Forrest.
He's great.
He is pretty good in this.
I don't know that I've seen him in anything else, but
you have. He's kind of that guy.
oh, is he? Okay.
He was in Apocalypse Now. He played Chef.
Okay.
He was in Falling Down. The Michael Douglas movie. He played the guy who owned the Nazi paraphernalia store.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So he's been in some stuff. He's been in a ton of Francis Ford Coppola movies. And he's been in quite a few David Lynch movies as well.
Really?
Yeah. And so I noticed that connection in this movie is that
There's three. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy that plays the creepy, the guy that's following Dashiell Hammett all around, I forget his name, but he's...
I don't think he had a name. The character.
Okay,
anyway. In the credits, he's just the punk.
Okay, the punk, yeah. I don't even know the actor's name, but he was in Twin Peaks and, like, I don't know, Blue Velvet or something.
Yeah, he's been in a ton of stuff, too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I like the guy that played Hammett.
He was really good.
He's awesome.
Definitely had a distinct quality about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was almost kind of like a Paul Newman mixed with Groucho Marx or something. I mean, not as goofy as Groucho, but just like he had that weird quirkiness to him.
Yeah, definitely got a Paul Newman vibe from him.
Yeah.
I definitely did get that, especially like, towards the beginning of the movie.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, yeah, he's just, I mean, once you strip away the fact that this is sort of about an actual human being.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's a fictionalized version of Dashiell Hammett.
Yeah.
You know, where he is an actual detective and not just a writer. Once you strip away that part, it is pretty much just your straight noirish,
Right.
you know.
Hard-boiled detective.
Right, yeah. I mean, he gets roughed up, there's dames and double crosses and, you know, blackmailing and, you know, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fine.
Yeah.
It's a fine movie. I wouldn't tell anyone to rush out and see it, but
You wouldn't poop on it either.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, if it's on, you know, for whatever reason, watch it.
Right.
You know, if you have Netflix, it's on there.
Or even just make a game out of trying to decipher which parts were directed by which director.
Sure. Yeah.
I think it could be fun.
Yeah.
Or speaking of games, you can make a drinking game out of any time someone drinks in the movie, and you will be drunk. Yeah. Because there's a lot of that.
Mary Lou Henner is in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
Wasn't she an Olympic gymnast?
I don't know about that. I don't think so.
I think that's Mary Lou Retton.
Okay. She was in Taxi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. She was cool.
Yeah. Big fan of Taxi.
Yeah, oh, I know you are.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's nothing else to say. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's fine.
Not amazing, but good.
Yeah, it's well shot. It's well acted. It's quirky enough to not be completely a waste of time.
Right, yeah.
Like, yeah, just like all the characters have just little idiosyncrasies that make it worth watching.
Right.
Yeah.
They're interesting characters, I think.
Yeah.
Well written characters. Especially the Doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
Alright. Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out of here. Oh,
The lights are gone. The nights are dim. My hopes are gone. The night is strong. Feeling drunk.
Hi, welcome back to Gutter Trash. What's up, buddy?
Nothing.
Mouthful of, was that water?
Water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Vodka.
Hmm.
No, it's water.
I know, I've heard gin is for old ladies.
I've heard that too. Yeah.
Scotch is the way young ladies like to drink.
Young, pretty redheads.
Yep.
Yeah.
According to the film we just watched.
I guess, I don't know. We both know some young, pretty redheads. I don't think I've ever seen, at least the one that I know best, drink scotch.
Really?
Yeah. Unless I was, and then she just took a sip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure, if we're talking about the same lady, I'm sure...
No, we're talking about different ladies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think my lady likes some scotch.
Okay.
I do believe.
Yeah.
But I don't think she has it very often.
I actually have not ever seen her drink scotch either.
I don't know that I have either, actually.
I think she's lying to you.
She doesn't drink much anymore.
Really?
Yeah, neither do I. We're winding down.
Are you teetotalers?
We are. Yeah, I'm part of the new anti-saloon league that's been rearing up. We're gonna get this town in order.
I actually had a drink yesterday.
Oh yeah, what'd you have?
I had a little bottle of mead.
A little vanilla cinnamon mead.
Yeah.
I saw it in there.
Yeah.
I did some detective work.
It's all about observation.
Oh yeah, you got to look at earlobes and shit.
Yeah. You saw the bottle, and then you looked very closely at my earlobe.
I saw a little bit of vanilla cinnamon droplets on there.
You can tell.
I couldn't. At first, I was like, "Well, that could just be part of his makeup routine." Yeah, but then I saw it. Yeah, figured it out. Yeah. How was that?
It was all right. I would rather have been drinking a silver mead.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
But yeah, I went to Belmont Party Supply yesterday afternoon and was browsing around, and because I had seen it the previous time I was in there, and I thought, hey, maybe, and so I thought, sure, let's go ahead and buy it. My friend is coming over; she enjoys mead.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice surprise, and just a nightcap.
All right, yeah,
and it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least I wasn't. You didn't buy like a 6-pack or whatever.
No, yeah.
Okay.
But for the cost of it, I probably could have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it expensive?
I bought that and a pop, and it was $9.
Yeah. Okay, and it wasn't a giant bottle. It was,
No, yeah, it's pretty tiny. It's like not even a pint.
Right.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, that makes Mr. Silber's mead seem like it's worth more even.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's buy some.
Sure.
Send us some. We'll send you money.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, you don't have any money,
No, I don't have any money.
and I can't really afford to be.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't send us any.
Yeah. I mean, unless you don't want money for it, then you totally could send us
Oh,
something.
yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No. Oh, that sounds like we're pressuring him at this point.
Uh-huh.
We're pressuring only if all of our listeners send us alcohol. That would be good.
No, let's not, pigeonhole all of our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
Just as long as they send us all free stuff, it doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So, like, something pretty to wear,
Right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
like something nice to read,
Sure. Yeah. Any of these things.
like a snuff film, maybe.
Yeah.
Send us-
Even like a gift certificate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A gift card, because,
Oh, yeah. gift
yeah,
cards.
gift certificate, that's so, yeah.
Right.
None of the good places have gift certificates. They all have
That's
gift
true.
cards.
Yeah.
Oh.
Places like maybe Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I would take a Pizza Hut gift card
Really?
or certificate.
I would tolerate one.
You send me something from Pizza Hut. It's not my preferred place to get a pizza.
But if it's
Or
free.
any other kind of food items that they might have.
Right.
But again, if I'm not actually spending that money,
It's a whole different story. though.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. I'll go eat at fucking McDonald's if somebody else is footing the bill.
Really?
Yeah. I'll go eat at McDonald's anyway.
Oh.
Fucking shameful.
Joe G would probably not be very impressed right now.
No. But, I would totally be down for some Pizza Hut if someone else
it's
is
free.
paying. Yeah.
I'm telling you, we need to get sponsored by Pizza Hut.
We should get sponsored by somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But, Pizza Hut would be cool too.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Sure. Who? I mean,
They've got money to throw around.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And, like, it's not like we're asking for a lot. We want a pizza a week.
Right.
What the hell?
That's
I'm sure they lose a pizza a night.
Sure. My one of the guys that I work with, there was a sub shop that opened across the street from where we work, and so like on their grand opening, they had this thing where if you dropped off your business card, they would make a random drawing, and you can get free subs for a year, and he won.
What?
He got basically what it was is basically one sub per week, so he got like 52 coupons for a small sub.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then like 2 weeks ago, he brought in like 30 of them to the office because he had never used them.
Oh, I think they meant 3 subs. Like they were just
like the coupons.
Yeah, that's better. And like these have been on my kitchen counter for a month. You boys can have them. Eat up.
And so all of us took some, and so
Is it good subs?
yeah, it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
DeBella's subs.
Let's get them to sponsor us.
But sure.
Yeah, you'd have to pick it up and bring it here though, because it's a long way for me to walk.
Well, I mean, there's 2 in Dayton.
Oh, there are?
Yeah,
Okay.
There's one by the Myers in front of on Colonel Glen Highway.
Oh,
and
okay.
There's one by the Kinko's off of 725.
You mean the FedEx office?
Yes, that.
I know I'm going to call it Kinko's forever, too. It's too bad that it's
In
not.
fact, actually, they took over half the Kinko's.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Because I went there. And, it was like...
The one in Colonel Glen?
the one on 725.
Oh, okay. Okay, by the mall.
Yeah,
Okay.
I went to that one. And my friend and I were just sitting in the booth eating a sub, and I was like, this is where the oversized color printer used to be.
That's too bad, right? Yeah. I miss Kinko's.
I don't.
Oh, I got all kinds of free copies there. That's why I miss it.
So did I.
Oh, okay. Still don't miss it.
Nope. No. Terrible place. Terrible place.
All right. I'll take your word for it.
Mm-hmm. You should. I know best. In this instance, I know best.
Okay. All right.
So, hey, both of us have tried to make a terrible segue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we did.
And
Or I did. I didn't notice yours. But...
no, yeah, you tried, and then I tried, and then we both just steamrolled over both of them, as if we weren't trying to do this thing that we're going to do right now.
Oh, yeah. We're doing a thing now.
Which is another Kurt Dinse micro interview.
All right.
Take it away, Kurt.
This is Kurt Dinse for the Gutter Trash Podcast Network, and I'm here with Fred Vogel, underground horror master, and we have the one random question. And I'm going to pass it to Fred, and he will answer whatever question he wanted. Here you go.
My random question was, what was my first job? My first job was cutting pizza at a Pizza Hut when I was 16 years old. I was one of the fastest pizza cutters. I took a lot of pride in my job. And we used to do these Pizza Hut Olympics, and I won a gold medal. It wasn't a real gold medal, but it was something. And I think the pizza cutting skills has made me the filmmaker that I am today.
There you have it.
Oh, hi. Thanks, Kurt.
Thanks, Kurt.
And Mr. Vogel?
Vogel. Fred Vogel.
Vogel.
Yes.
Huh. I'm not familiar with his work.
I'm not terribly familiar with his work, but I've seen articles about him, or not him, but his, I guess, collective, the August Underground. I've seen stories about them in like Fangoria and Room Oregon.
Okay.
Magazines of the like.
So he's a good old horror director.
He is a underground independent horror director. Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Surprisingly not. Friends with our own Matt Brassfield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
What? It is. It's too bad. It's too bad they're not pals, and and like that guy could probably give us some pizza advice.
I said they were friends.
Oh, they said they weren't friends.
No.
Oh, okay.
I said surprisingly not. Friends with our own very own Matt Brassfield. Matt Brassfield.
Okay, I think they said surprisingly not friends with our Matt Brassfield.
No, I said surprisingly not friends with Matt Brassfield.
Okay. I didn't register your comma.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Well, that is good. Good for you. I don't even know who I was talking to when I said good for you.
All right.
Either you or Matt Brassfield or that Fred Vogel guy. Or maybe it was Kurt. Maybe it was good for him.
Maybe it was for Pizza Hut.
Maybe it was for Pizza Hut. Did he say which pizza place he used to work for?
No.
Yeah,
I would
probably.
assume wherever he grew up.
Yeah, probably not Pizza Hut.
Probably not Pizza Hut.
Because that would have been an uncanny coincidence.
If he had grown up at Pizza Hut.
Oh, yeah. Or if he would have worked at Pizza Hut, because we were just talking about Pizza Hut. That would have been weird. Wouldn't it? I mean, there's a million pizza places. Wouldn't it have been weird if that would have been the one that he worked at? Was Pizza Hut? Don't you think? What? Are you okay?
What the hell is happening? What is going on?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I said, wouldn't that be weird if the pizza place he worked at was Pizza Hut?
It was Pizza Hut.
Oh, was it?
Yes!
I thought you just said it
Why
wasn't.
the fuck would I be mentioning Pizza Hut otherwise?
Oh. I don't know. I didn't actually listen to the interview.
Jesus Christ. Yes, you did.
Who did the interview? Some guy from Pizza Hut?
Quit.
Oh. So anyway.
No.
Good job. Good job, guys. Good job, Kurt. We appreciate it. Yeah. All right. This is good radio. So what else is going on?
Not a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't go anywhere or do anything.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, me neither. I don't believe.
Yeah.
I think I've stayed in the house pretty much all week. Other than my bike ride. So I'm going on a bike ride once a day. Mm-hmm.
I switched drawing night, and so I did a different thing than I usually do on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And just hung out with my friend. We went
Drank
to
some mead.
Drank some mead. We went to the Second and Charles, walked around there.
It's a nice store.
Yeah, it's a fine store. I bought a few things. They had a couple of the Walking Dead trades that I'm missing, and then she bought a CD. It was a replacement copy of a CD that got stolen out of. She lent someone this CD, and then his car got broken into, and that CD got stolen.
Oh, that sounds like an elaborate ruse.
Yeah, well, this was also 12 years ago, and she just never thought to replace it. So she wound up replacing it. Yesterday. And then we went to a Steak and Shake.
Nice.
And dealt with the perkiest waitress in the world.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It was a little irritating.
Well, perky's good, right?
Yeah.
It's better than, foul.
Yes, but somewhere in between is where I like my waitresses.
Right. In that gray area we talked about earlier.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Closer to perky than closer to foul.
Right.
But still.
60% perky, 40% foul.
Right.
That's what yeah. Speaking of foul,
Foul Stench is playing.
No, I wish. Are they?
I don't know.
Sometimes they play that little bar down the street from here. No, I guess we missed the big convention in Columbus this weekend. I've heard it's not that great anymore, but
Oh, Wizard World?
Wizard World, yeah. I've heard from a couple of dealers that they don't even do the show anymore because it's just gotten so expensive and full of media. I guess it's not.
It's Wizard World.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
I mean that's fine if you're into that, but I don't like going to a comic convention where there's a bunch of TV show celebrity type
Right.
people. I just want to see comic book guys. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, I'm with you. I've been to one Wizard World show, and I'd prefer not to ever go back to another.
Hmm.
But yeah, I mean, they're the ones what bought the Mid Ohio Con, so
Right.
that show is something I'll probably never go to again.
I did have like a cool comic book experience. I forgot I did on Monday. My buddy, this guy that I've known forever, and I just kind of lost touch after, like mid '90s, and he started coming back into Mavericks in the last year. And so anyway, he had me come over to his house and help him pick out 5 books to have Stan Lee autograph, because he was going to get 5 Stan Lee autographs. He's like building up a Silver Age collection so he can like pass them on to his kids, have them something to, like sell for cash, but so that he can actually enjoy it now instead of just putting it in stocks or something. So he had me like go through his Silver Age books and help him choose, and it was kind of fun because I hadn't really looked through a ton of comics since I left Mavericks, so it was like kind of fun to look through all these old Silver Age books. And look, like, especially he had a ton of early ones. Like, I think he had like some of the first 10 X-Men and first Iron Man and first Captain America. So
I mean, Tales of Suspense. And,
no, like the actual like Captain America number 100. Yeah, you tried to get me. Yeah, but
basically, the only thing I'm actually getting from this story is that you miss working.
no, I miss.
That is pretty much the subtext of what.
No, I miss Silver Age comics. Maybe I'll get a job at CGC. That was great stuff. It looks like a 9. I'm going to lunch. I'm sure that's how it is, pretty much. So, yeah. So I hope the convention went well. Hope you got some good Stan Lee autographs. I hope Stan Lee didn't call in sick that you know of, right?
I have no idea. I didn't even know this thing was happening.
Really?
Yeah.
The big Wizard World thing?
Yeah. It's not a show that I pay attention to.
Right. Right.
And also, doesn't Stan Lee charge for like everything he does now?
Just a minuscule $65 per autograph. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Stan Lee can go fuck himself.
Like to walk in the door there and get one autograph from Stan Lee would be $95. Just to walk in the door and get his autograph. That's fucking crazy.
Yep.
I mean, I know he's Stan Lee, but,
But he's also Stan Lee.
Exactly. I respect the guy for some reason, but I still wouldn't pay, I'd pay maybe $10 or $15 for his autograph, but I wouldn't pay $50.
I wouldn't pay for anyone's autograph.
Stan Lee, though?
Nope.
I don't know, I might for Stan Lee.
I wouldn't.
But,
I don't care who you are. If you charge for an autograph, I don't need your autograph.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Even if you invented Thor?
The one Marvel character that I can point at and say, I don't give a shit about that character.
He didn't invent Thor, though. Yeah, but that was my joke.
I
But,
know.
but yeah, no. Yeah, he's a living legend. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
He's living.
He's, kind of.
His legend isn't necessarily that great.
Oh no, as a huge Jack Kirby fan, I see the faults in Stan Lee.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, it's fucking Stan Lee,
Yeah. I'm not. If he was giving away free autographs, sure, no problem doing that. Sure, and because I'm also sure that he's also getting paid to be there anyway.
Oh yeah, immensely, I'd imagine.
Right.
Yeah, I've honestly never paid for anyone's autograph. Like I've paid for like whatever I bought from them and they signed it. Like
Right.
that's happened before. And I think sometimes those guys weren't signing unless you bought something from them.
Sure.
But still,
I get that.
yeah,
I totally get that.
right.
But you're still getting. You're getting a thing. A tangible thing that you didn't walk in with.
Yeah.
That also has their signature on it.
I'm just wondering, like, is Stanley doing that, you think, because, I mean, surely he doesn't need money, right?
Yeah.
Does he?
Marvel basically pays him not to sue them.
Right.
So,
Which seems odd.
Right.
Because it's like, well, if we stop paying him, he's going to get all this money from us. Wait a minute. But does he like doing that then? Or is he building up an empire for his grandkids?
I
Or
don't know. The guy's 92 years old. I can't imagine liking much of anything at that age.
I know, right? So he has to, because
Well, it's got to be just for the money, I would have to imagine.
that or he, like, some older people, they probably really appreciate anytime someone walks up to them and wants to hear their stories. So maybe he's doing that sort of thing, like he wants the attention, or...
I don't think so. Well, I mean, I'm sure he wants the attention because, he is Stan Lee, and that's like 95% of his thing.
Right.
Is that he's an attention whore. And I think that, he's also not a guy that, people wouldn't normally come up to him anyway just to hear what he had to say.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like he's not just some old crazy man on the street corner. Like,
Right.
He is Stan Lee.
Right.
And I'm sure that anytime he is out in public that people recognize him, he gets accosted.
Oh yeah.
And, but I can't imagine that he enjoys it.
Huh.
I mean, especially if he is charging $65
Per autograph.
for an autograph,
Right.
yeah. And, God knows how much he would charge for, like, a photo op.
Yeah, surely there's not a lot of kids. It's not like he's doing it for the kids.
Right, yeah.
Unless their parents are paying the $65 just for the
Right,
kid. But,
yeah.
but yeah. Yeah, it's a little nutty. Yeah. Because I have this comic that's signed by Jack Kirby. It's an old Captain America comic that I did not get signed in person. But it came through in a collection once at Mavericks, and I bought it. And we can't prove that it was signed by Jack Kirby because there's no certificate, or we don't even know who sold it to us. It was just like in our stuff. But I bought it, and I was thinking about, like, it crossed my mind. It was like, wow, I should go to Mid Ohio or whatever it's called now, Wizard World Columbus, and pay to Stan Lee to sign this. And I started thinking, I was like, if I could get Jack Kirby's signature for free, I would feel like a fool paying $65 for Stan Lee's autograph, which, honestly might,
Well, that would bankrupt you in the first place.
it would bankrupt me, and, like, it might make, the spirit of Jack Kirby, like, come and erase his name from that comic.
Right, yeah.
So it's like, I was like, yeah, I'm not. For a second, for an hour, I was like, I'll do that. I'll have a comic signed by both of those guys, because that would be awesome.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I changed my mind.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Again, I don't believe in paying for an autograph. It's just...
He's one of the few I would consider.
Right, yeah. But like, even at the Horror Hound show, it's just like, why would anyone just go stand in a line and then pay just to meet a guy,
Right.
It just seems kind
To have
of pointless.
Daryl from Walking Dead sign your tits.
Right, I mean, especially if you're signing tits, that's a privilege on him.
He should be paid.
He should be paid,
right. Yeah. Well, on a case-by-case scenario.
Sure. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that whole thing is weird to me, the whole autograph for money thing.
Right.
That's just weird. I mean, I get that at one point it became obvious that a ton of people were selling the autographs on eBay.
Right.
So if they're going to sit there and sign all day, if there's going to be money changing hands, I get that they want a part of that money.
Sure. Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It's just like a whole mess.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Because, I don't know. I don't necessarily even get the whole, well, I mean, I get it, but, I don't fully understand the whole, selling of autographs on eBay anyway.
Right.
And then we've talked about this before, where I've had people go out and get me autographs, on stuff that I like.
Oh yeah,
I'm not there.
Right.
I don't ever plan on selling those on eBay or anything like that. But I think that if you're going to these shows and you're getting an autograph just for the sole purpose of selling it on eBay, that just
It's gross.
why bother doing that?
Maybe they think they can make
a
some
waste
money.
of everybody's time.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Unless they think they can make some money on me, like they can make
Right.
$20 or whatever.
Yeah. And like if I'm looking for something online, on eBay or whatever, like it's not going to persuade me one way or the other if it's autographed or not.
Right.
Yeah. I don't care.
Right. Yeah, I like my buddy Gene. He was going and he was like, yeah, look at the list. And see if there's anybody that you'd want me to get an autograph for you. And I was like, I mean, yeah, there's not. I didn't look at the list, but I know Tim Vigil is going to be there, and I love Tim Vigil's artwork. But even that, I was like, I would want his autograph on something if I was there, like because I could because it would give me an excuse to. Be like, hey, I've been reading your comics since I was inappropriately aged, and I love them, and I think you're amazing, and I really wish you would do something other than porno, and you could do like Batman or something because it would be fucking awesome. But yeah, no, like I wouldn't just want him to get my Grips comics signed. I don't know.
And we've talked about that before too. And I don't particularly care one way or the other how I get the autograph, if I'm there or not.
Right.
It's cooler if I'm there, sure.
Yeah.
But if I just like the person and I know that you were like last week, our friend Joe, was going to a convention, said, hey, get these signed for me, and I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah, I get that too. But I think for me the huge part of it would be just like something that reminds me of the experience.
Well, I get it. Like I said, I prefer to be there myself.
Right.
But sometimes you just can't.
Right. Yeah.
But last week Joe went to the Cincinnati Comic Expo, the one that was actually in Cincinnati.
Right.
And he got me a couple signatures. Got me some Mike McCone and Doug Mankey and Yannick Paquette.
Ooh, what did you get Mankey to sign?
I got him the Seven Soldiers Frankenstein series.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I got Yannick Paquette to sign the Bullet Tier Seven Soldiers thing and the first issue of Batman Inc. And Mike McCone to autograph the Secret Society of Superheroes miniseries.
Which one's that?
It is a Howard Chaykin written Elseworlds miniseries.
Oh, okay.
Which I've now just decided is the next pick.
All right.
Because I didn't have one before.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Sorry.
No. It's all right. I won't veto.
Okay.
I will say on record, not a huge Chaykin fan.
Right.
But I wouldn't veto something that he wrote. Wow.
He did written it.
He did
at
written
one
it?
point. Yeah.
So
I guess I probably shouldn't pick Satellite Sam when that becomes a collection.
Actually, he just drew that, right? Yeah, I would rather read something that he only drew than something he only wrote. But that's cool. I like his art better than I like his stories. Oh my god, I'm getting stupider. we should stop. When he stories the stuff that he's written and stuff, it's pretty not good.
I would like to just go ahead and make the argument that you reached your limit of stupid about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. I know. I think it's because I used to be, in constant interaction with other humans. Like both of the jobs I had were like a constant flow of people that were talking to me. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, I talk to like you, Kathleen, my mom, and Doogie, and that's it. And, like, I'm getting dumber because, clearly none of you have brain power. And then, none of you are like, magic customers or mentally disabled teenagers. So, no, I'm just kidding. I think I am getting a little dumber though because I don't interact as much with other people. That's mostly my animals, and I read.
I don't interact with anybody. Look at me, I'm doing fine.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, well then my theory is shot to hell.
And also, I think we can go back through the last 5 years of this this internet program. And,
it's true. Yeah, I don't think there's a single episode you could listen to and be like, those guys are pretty smart. But at least we understand that.
Yeah. The other week, my friend and I were talking, and I was introducing her to a podcast that I knew she might enjoy. But she works 37 jobs and goes to school full time, so she barely has time to do anything.
Right.
So I was just looking at my phone, and I found an app that she could use to stream different podcasts.
Yeah.
And so I was playing around with it, and she wound up, downloading that app and using it for that podcast that I was telling her about, and also for us.
Oh, cool.
I don't think that she'll ever listen to us, but whatever.
Right, and as well, she shouldn't.
Exactly. But I was, playing around with it, and I put our show on there, and it has every episode on it, and it just pulls directly from our site, And had the first episode, in which I started playing.
Huh.
And I listened to about 20 minutes of it. We have not gotten better.
Have we gotten worse?
But we're different.
Oh, okay.
We're a little different now.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the difference?
We were a little dry and a little less intentionally humorful.
All right. And we were drunker, probably.
We may have had some drinks at the time.
Which is weird. You would think, like, if we were drinking, we wouldn't be as serious.
Right. And, I mean, we weren't super serious, but we were, a little more serious.
Hmm.
We had some chuckles in that first 20 minutes, but
Right.
we weren't just completely blowing it off from the get-go
Right.
as we do now.
Was it better somehow?
Again, not necessarily better.
Right.
We have not gotten worse, and we have not really even gotten better.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah. We're just different.
Yeah. We're bad in a different way.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
That's
I
something.
really could only stand to listen to the first 20 minutes of it before I was like, I should stop this.
Was that the one where we watched that Mike Allred movie?
Uh-huh.
Okay. What was it called? G-Men from Hell?
Yes.
Yeah.
And we also read the Astounding
Astounding
Wolfman.
Wolfman. That's right. We did two things.
We
back
did two
then.
things in a show. Yeah.
Oh, what were we thinking?
I don't know. It was dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we figured it out and
Oh, sure.
hit our stride.
I
And,
mean, we are nothing if masters of the podcasting art form.
right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what we are. So what are we reading?
We are going to read The Secret Society of Superheroes.
Secret Society of Superheroes.
Yes, it is a 2-issue Elseworlds series written by Howard Chaykin and David Tishman, drawn by Mike McCone.
Okay. Who's David Tishman? Or we can talk about that, I guess, next time.
He's Howard Chaykin's co-writer.
Okay. I'm not familiar. Well, that gives me hope it's at least co-written by someone else.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah. So, Excelsior? I don't know.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information, links to our Facebook and Twitter pages, and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.